When you understand the laws of physics, Penny, anything is possible. And may I add, ha.
Welcome to MsMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 worst things Sheldon has ever done.
You know how when you're sick, you're allowed to be cranky and say whatever you want and other people's feelings don't matter?
Ooh, gentle and loving, this is gonna be tricky.
For this list, we'll be looking at inconsiderate things Sheldon did without thinking, or to be intentionally mean. No bazingas here. What do you think Sheldon's worst action was? Tell us in the comments. Number 10, taking Amy's gift. It's been said that it's better to give than to receive.
Oh, now don't you go looking through my suitcase for presents.
If I did, would I find any?
Maybe, but you also might find my brassieres and bloomers.
That's a risk I'm willing to take.
Obviously, the person who said that wasn't Sheldon Cooper. Sheldon has always preferred to receive, and in some cases, even take. In Season 6 Valentine's Day episode, Sheldon tasks his assistant Alex with getting a gift for Amy.
This is about $2,000. I think she likes monkeys and the color gray.
Alex returns from her quest with 3 awesome choices. The first 2 don't impress Sheldon, but he loves the third choice. However, he loves it so much that rather than give it to his girlfriend, who would also love it, he decides to just keep it for himself.
Thank you.
I think I'll keep it for myself.
What about your girlfriend?
It's too late, I called dibs.
Happy Valentine's Day to him. Number 9, his initial reaction to Penny's pregnancy. No one has ever accused Sheldon of being selfless and considerate of other people's feelings.
They're abandoning us because you broke their hearts.
I didn't mean to.
I know. You never mean to.
And while he did appear to have a real personal awakening during his Nobel Prize speech, on the flight to Sweden beforehand, he was still the same old Sheldon. When Penny tells him that she's pregnant, his reaction is as self-absorbed as always.
Tell me what?
I'm pregnant, Sheldon.
You're right, I can't catch that.
No congratulations, no I'm happy for you, just thankful that she won't get him sick before his big day. And even when Leonard confronts him about it, Sheldon refuses to understand or acknowledge his failure as a friend.
Any idiot can have a baby. Hey, what's going on? Case in point.
You are a selfish jerk. To hell with you and your Nobel Prize.
Number 8, whatever he did to his previous roommate. The reason Leonard and Sheldon ended up living together is because Sheldon's previous roommate, Sebastian, moved out.
So you agree he's nuts?
Well, not as nuts as the guy who chooses to live with him.
Believe it or not, he was worse when I met him.
Oh, I do not believe that.
When Leonard meets Sebastian, he's leaving and tells Leonard to run away.
Run away, dude.
What?
Run fast, run far.
That should have been my first clue.
Later on, when Sheldon shows Leonard what would be his bedroom, the words "Die Sheldon, die" have been painted on the wall. Now, while we don't know any of the details as to why Sebastian finally decided to leave, his parting words do seem to indicate that Sheldon was the reason.
So Sheldon's last roommate tried to warn you off?
For all I knew, he was the crazy one. He had this really deranged look.
Well, yeah, you've been living with Sheldon.
We can only imagine what Sheldon did to cause his roommate to wish death upon him. Number 7, being a jerk when he's sick. It won't come as a shock to anyone who's watched the show that Sheldon can be difficult when he's not feeling well.
That's why your friends have been known to work late or sneak out to the movies or stay at a neurobiology conference 3 days after it's ended.
As early as Season 1, we witnessed this, when we learn that the guys have protocols in place with code words in order to avoid Sheldon when he's sick.
Hello?
Howard, it's Leonard, code Milky Green.
Dear Lord, not Milky Green.
Affirmative, with fever.
So, Sheldon being sick and mean isn't new, but it does reach its peak in Season 9's The Empathy Optimization. In fact, every member of the group is on the receiving end of his insults and selfish demands.
I brought you a little care package from work. It's our latest antiviral and the best decongestant we make.
I hope laughter is the best medicine, because this care package is a joke.
Number 6, blackmailing Leonard and Priya. There are few things that give Sheldon more pleasure than writing up contracts.
Howard, what do you think?
I'm on board.
I'll add it right now. Oh, baby, it's addendum time.
And maybe his most prized contract is the roommate agreement he had Leonard sign when he first moved in. So when Leonard starts dating Priya and she uses her lawyer skills to turn portions of the roommate agreement against Sheldon, he's not happy about it.
Ambiguity in a contract benefits the party that did not draft it. In this case, Leonard. So much for count 1.
But
There's no but, Sheldon. That's how the law works.
In order to get revenge and a more advantageous roommate agreement, Sheldon blackmails Leonard with the threat of revealing their relationship to Priya's parents.
this computer will send an email to your parents in India saying that you're in a secret relationship with the whiter-than-marshmallow fluff Leonard Hofstadter.
Not only is this just a mean thing to do to a friend, but everything Sheldon was angry about was his own doing. It was his contract. Priya just pointed out the legal facts as he wrote them. Number 5, the itchy sweater.
Clearly nothing bad has happened. So instead of being a giant pain in the ass like you always are, what if this one time you just tried staying calm?
When Sheldon finds out that Leonard forgot to return a DVD they rented years ago, he agrees not to bug him about it on one condition. Leonard must wear a really itchy sweater 24/7 until the matter is resolved. Now, at first, this seems like a fair deal, given that these things really do affect Sheldon in a way that most people can't truly understand.
It's called proving a point.
Is the point you're an idiot?
Gentlemen, please. Leonard is trying to walk a mile in my metaphorical shoes.
However, when Sheldon later reveals that he took care of the problem years ago and still allowed Leonard to suffer through days of rash-inducing pain, well, that isn't a teachable moment, as he called it. That's just mean.
What?
I was going to mention it at the time, but then I thought, someday, this might be a teachable moment.
Number 4, feeding Leonard insects. What's worse? Not telling someone that you used the rubber toothpick thing on their toothbrush, or spending a month grinding up insects into a friend's food.
I can't believe you used Sheldon's toothbrush.
You used my toothbrush?
Not the brush part, just the little rubber thing to pick food from my teeth and massage my gums.
While we wouldn't want to be on the receiving end of either, it feels safe to say that the latter is a much larger betrayal of friendship.
And as long as we're talking about betraying our friends, how about the month Sheldon spent grinding up insects and mixing them into Leonard's food?
Well, excuse me, that was not a betrayal. That was an experiment.
But when Sheldon found out Raj used his toothbrush, he almost ended their friendship, while he never even apologized for feeding Leonard bugs. And in fact, he even did it again after seeing how angry it made Leonard when he first found out.
This is pretty good. What flavor is this?
Guess.
Papaya?
No.
Guava?
You're so close.
I give up.
Mango caterpillar.
Number 3, Raj and the rats. In an attempt to see if they could handle a scientific expedition in a salt mine, Raj and Sheldon decide to do a test run in the university's steam pipe tunnels.
Amy, this walkie-talkie is yours. If we run into any problems, I'll contact you. And if anything bad happens, what's the rule?
Save you first, come back for Raj only if there's time.
However, given Sheldon's many phobias, he has a rough time from the moment they climb down the ladder. Being the good friend that he is, Raj tries to calm him down and talk him through the mentally and physically grueling experience.
How are you feeling?
Good. A little claustrophobic.
Let's set up the equipment. It'll help take your mind off of it.
Miners often sang mining songs to keep their spirits up.
Sheldon, however, doesn't return the favour. When he sees rats crawling behind Raj's head, he not only flees the scene, but he even closes the hatch behind him. Once again, when confronted with his selfish behaviour, Sheldon doesn't apologise or show any signs of remorse.
You're a completely selfish human being and a physical and a moral coward!
His statements of the obvious continue to annoy.
Number 2, not teaching Howard. It should be acknowledged that as mean as Sheldon was to Howard, Howard was similarly mean to Sheldon. French maid costume, anyone? But in this case, Howard was actually trying to be a good friend when he offered to take Sheldon's class after no other students signed up for it.
Why would you do that?
Yeah, why would you do that?
What's wrong with you?
Thinking about getting my doctorate, and he wants to teach? Why not?
Yo.
However, Sheldon needing to always be the smartest and have everyone know he's the smartest, took it upon himself to try to stump Howard rather than teach him.
Now, what about Euler-Lagrange theorems?
That's where I'm a little fuzzy.
Ha! I knew it! All right. Yeah. We have a lot of information to cover before your first test.
Unlike Leonard and the itchy sweater, this really was a teachable moment.
You shot your spit in my mouth!
Is that gonna be on the test? Because I don't think I can do that again.
And Sheldon failed. Before we unveil our top pick, here are a few honourable mentions. Insulting his mother's beliefs. He loves his mother despite her religious beliefs, definitely not because of them.
Frankly, Mom, I'm encouraged to see how advanced your group has become. You're willing to sail out into the ocean without fear of falling off the edge.
Feuding with Penny. 3 strikes means banishment.
All right, that's it. Strike 3.
Ooh, strike 3. I'm banished? What the hell kind of crap is that?
Mistreating Amy after their breakup. Let's just say he wasn't the mature one.
It's like you can't make up your mind.
It's because you're not giving me any space to think.
Well, you should think fast, because men can sire offspring their entire lives, but those eggs you're toting around have a sell-by date.
Shutting out his brother. Sheldon wasn't the only one who had a rough time.
I know life has been hard for you, but that don't mean it's been easy for the rest of us.
I suppose I didn't think about how it was for everyone else.
Harry Potter spoiler. He forgot to say spoiler alert first.
Just started number 6.
That's a good one. Dumbledore dies in that one. Yeah, I know. I didn't see it coming either.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications.
Number 1, working with the military behind Howard and Leonard's back. The guidance system that the guys were working on was Howard's idea, based on Leonard's theory, with Sheldon figuring out the math.
In your super cool helium experiments, did you create quantum vortices?
Yeah, why?
Well, if you made a guidance system, couldn't you use those vortices as a gyroscope?
Wow, never thought about that.
They were a team, but when the military took their idea and tossed them aside, Sheldon secretly went to the military and offered up an idea for a communication system based on their research.
You better not be working on our project because we're a team.
Leonard, there is no I in team. However, there is an I in I'm working with the military and you're not.
Mean pranks and insults are one thing, but going behind your friend's back the way Sheldon did with the military project is next level.
You know what? You like to think that you're just like Tesla, but the truth is you're exactly like Edison.
You take that back.
No, he's right.
Sheldon really is such an Edison.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from MsMojo and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.